Success is not some mythical destiny bestowed upon a chosen few. It is not a miracle, it is not luck. Success is discipline, success is focus. Success is a decision repeated enough times that it becomes a transformation, and transformation begins with the mind. You are not bound by who you were, you are not chained to yesterday's thoughts. Every single day is a new vote, a new opportunity to cast a ballot for who you wish to become. Your habits, your thoughts, your choices, they are the architecture of your reality. And if you dare to take the wheel, if you dare to challenge the programming that has held you back, you will discover that the brain is not your limit, it is your liberation. Rewiring your brain for success is not a motivational idea, it is a biological reality. Your brain is not fixed, it is fluid, malleable, adaptable. It learns, it rebuilds, it strengthens with repetition and intention. But you must stop feeding it the script of defeat. You must silence the inner narrator who says you are not enough, because here's the truth, your thoughts are not facts, they are patterns, and patterns can be broken, patterns can be restructured, patterns can be reshaped into power. If you grew up surrounded by scarcity, you likely adopted scarcity thinking. If you were told to play it safe, you probably formed a risk-averse mind. If you were ridiculed when you failed, you likely fear failure more than mediocrity. But that is not your fault. It is your responsibility. What happened to you was never your choice. But what you do with it, that is your crown to carry. You are no longer a child of circumstances. You are the architect of a new empire, built first in your thoughts, then in your life. Begin by becoming aware. Pay attention to the words you speak to yourself. Notice the automatic thoughts that arise when you face resistance, when the alarm goes off in the morning. Do you negotiate with your purpose? When an opportunity shows up, does your brain shout, "Not ready," or does it say, "Let's go"? These are the neural pathways speaking, not your soul, not your spirit, just old roads. And you are the builder of new ones. Neuroscience calls it neuroplasticity, but I call it power. The ability to take a mind forged in fear, trained by doubt, and transform it into a furnace of courage. That is a revolution. It is not easy. Your brain is efficient. It will always return to the familiar path, because that feels safe. But growth is not safe. Growth is sacred, and you must choose it daily. Every time you act in alignment with your future self, not your former self, you fire a new wire in your brain. Do it enough, and what once felt foreign becomes your foundation. Don't underestimate small acts of greatness. Waking up early, finishing what you start, speaking life instead of complaints, believing in your vision when no one claps for you. These are not minor. These are moments that build your mental throne. Every positive habit is a signal that says, "This is who I am now." Identity is not found. It is forged. It is earned through action. It is revealed when the pressure is on. And you rise anyway, and you will have to rise when it's hard, because the process of rewiring your brain feels like war in the beginning. The old voices will fight for space. Doubt will try to wear a crown. Comfort will whisper your name like a lullaby. But you are not here for comfort. You are here for greatness, and greatness is uncomfortable. It demands you trade excuses for execution. It demands that you keep going when your feelings beg you to quit. Feelings are not final. They are fleeting, and you are not ruled by them, you are ruled by choice. So choose discipline, choose integrity, choose focus. In a world addicted to distraction, the one who controls their attention controls their destiny. Rewiring your brain is not only about thinking better, it is about deciding what no longer deserves your energy. Toxic environments, negative self-talk, wasted hours, they are not neutral, they are poison to your progress. You must become intentional about what you consume, not just with your body, but with your mind. Read what empowers you. Listen to what uplifts you. Surround yourself with those who remind you of your calling, not your comfort zone. When you catch your mind drifting to fear, pause, interrupt the pattern, speak truth to the lie. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not unworthy. You are being tested, not punished. You are being shaped, not rejected. There is fire in you that your doubt has never met, and it will rise when you stop waiting for perfect timing and start creating perfect effort. Consistency is king. The brain changes not by one big act of inspiration but by the repetition of a new identity. Every day you show up when it's inconvenient, that's victory. Every time you train when you're tired, that's success. Every word you speak with power when your voice trembles, that's courage. Do not underestimate what you're becoming. It may look invisible now, but the roots of giants grow deep before they ever reach the sky. Your brain is listening. Every thought, every belief, every word, it is building your internal blueprint. If you feed it mediocrity, it will build a prison. If you feed it vision, it will build a palace. Train your mind like an elite warrior. Discipline it, speak to it with clarity. Command it with grace, because if you don't, someone else will. The world will feed you fear. The media will feed you panic. Society will tell you to fit in. But you weren't born to blend. You were born to blaze. You were born to lead. You were born to lead. You were born to rise. Even when the world tells you to shrink, there are no shortcuts. You cannot affirm your way into success without aligning it with action. You must do the work, every day, especially the days you don't feel like it, especially when it's not glamorous. The grind is not punishment, it is preparation. And if you can fall in love with the process, the results will chase you. This is not about hype, this is about hard truth. You do not get what you wish for. You get what you train for. And your brain, when trained well, becomes your greatest weapon. Success is not only about achieving goals, it is about becoming the person who never needed outside validation to believe in the mission. You don't rewire your brain for applause, you rewire it for alignment, for purpose, for impact, for peace that comes not from outcomes but from inner congruence. The peace of knowing that you gave everything you had, every single day without compromise. That is success. And let me tell you something else. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is the tutor of success. Every time you fall and rise again, your brain grows stronger. Every mistake is a masterclass. If you choose to learn, do not fear failure, fear regret, fear the life unlived because your mind stayed in chains. You were born for more, and more begins when you take radical ownership of your thoughts. Nobody will do it for you. No one is coming to save you. But that is not despair, that is liberation. Because it means you are in control now. You can think new thoughts, you can build new habits, you can believe in new dreams, you can rewire the legacy you leave, and one day someone will ask you, how did you become this strong? And you will smile, not because it was easy, but because you remember the war you fought inside your own mind and won. Today is your moment, this very breath, this heartbeat, it is a doorway. You can decide right now to stop living like a prisoner of the past, and start building like the queen or king of your future. It doesn't take perfection, it takes decision. One thought, one habit, one day at a time. Stack enough of those days and the world will call you successful. But you will know, you didn't chase success, you became it. So rise, rewire, remember who you are. You were never meant to stay in the mold someone else gave you. Break it, build again, write a new story. Speak life into your identity. Train your brain like your life depends on it, because it does. And when you look in the mirror years from now, may you see not just achievement, but alignment. Not just goals reached, but greatness realized. Because you chose to do the work. You chose to believe before it was popular. You chose to rewire the impossible into power. And that, my friend, is how empires are born.